A single dad was rejected on a Christmas blind date until a woman asked, "Can you be my new husband?" Snow fell softly outside the cafe window, melting as soon as it touched the glass. Inside, a single dad sat alone at a small table, staring at two untouched cups of coffee. His hands trembled slightly, not from the cold, but from something heavier, rejection mixed with hope that had quietly broken. He had come to this blind date believing that maybe, just maybe, Christmas would bring him a second chance. Instead, he was about to walk away feeling smaller than ever, unaware that one unexpected question would change his life forever. Before we begin, if you enjoy stories that remind you of the power of kindness and human connection, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. This is Heartfelt Moments, where real emotions and meaningful stories come together. Mark was 37 years old, a widowed single father living in a quiet suburban town in Ohio. His wife, Emily, had passed away 3 years earlier after a sudden illness, leaving him alone to raise their 6-year-old daughter, Lily. From that day on, Mark's life became a careful balance of school drop-offs, grocery runs, bedtime stories, and holding back his own grief so Lily could feel safe. He hadn't dated since Emily's passing. Not because he didn't want companionship, but because every time he tried, he felt guilty, as if moving forward meant leaving her behind. But Christmas had a way of stirring loneliness, especially when Lily asked innocent questions like, "Daddy, why don't we have a mommy like my friends?" A coworker, feeling sorry for him, set him up on a blind date. "Just coffee," she said. "No pressure." Mark almost canceled, but Lily hugged him that morning and said, "Daddy, I want you to be happy." That was all the courage he needed. He arrived early at the cafe, dressed neatly in a simple sweater and coat. He checked his phone once, then twice. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. Finally, a woman walked in and scanned the room. She spotted Mark, walked over, and smiled politely. "You're Mark?" she asked. "Yes," he said, standing up quickly. They sat down, exchanged greetings, and ordered coffee. For a moment, it felt normal. But as the conversation went on, Mark noticed the shift. When he mentioned Lily, the woman's smile tightened. When he spoke about being a widower, her eyes drifted toward the window. "I should be honest," she finally said, sighing. "You seem nice, but I don't think I'm ready for all that. A child, and a past marriage, it's a lot." Mark nodded slowly, forcing a calm smile. "I understand." She stood up, wished him luck, and walked away, leaving behind an awkward silence and 2 untouched cups of coffee. Mark sat there, staring at the steam rising, feeling foolish for thinking he deserved something more. As he reached for his coat, a gentle voice interrupted his thoughts. "Excuse me, are you done with that chair?" He looked up and saw a woman standing nearby, holding a paper cup and smiling nervously. She looked about his age, with kind eyes and a warm scarf wrapped around her neck. "Oh, sure," Mark said, standing up again. She hesitated, then asked, "I hope this isn't strange, but I couldn't help overhearing. That looked really hard." Mark shrugged. "It's okay. These things happen." She sat down anyway, pointing to the empty chair. "I'm Sarah." "Mark." They talked. At first, just small things, the weather, the cafe, Christmas decorations. Then something deeper. Sarah shared that she was a nurse, recently moved back to town to take care of her aging father. She admitted she felt invisible most days, like life was happening around her instead of with her. Mark found himself opening up in a way he hadn't planned. He talked about Lily, about bedtime stories and pancake Saturdays, about how quiet the house felt after Lily fell asleep. Instead of pulling away, Sarah listened. Really listened. After a long pause, she laughed softly and said, "This might sound crazy." Mark raised an eyebrow. "I've had a weird night." "Go ahead." She took a breath, her voice gentle but steady. "My family keeps pressuring me. They want me married. Settled. And honestly, I want a family too. Not perfect. Just real. Mark smiled sadly. Me too. Then she looked straight at him and said the words he would never forget. Can you be my new husband? Mark nearly choked on his coffee. I'm sorry, what? She laughed quickly. Okay, not literally right now. I don't mean fake or rushed. I just mean, would you consider starting something real? With me. Knowing everything. The child, the past, all of it. Mark stared at her, stunned. No one had said yes to his whole life before. Not like that. I don't want to replace anyone, Sarah continued. And I know love takes time. But kindness is a pretty good place to start. Tears filled Mark's eyes. For the first time in years, he felt seen, not as a burden, not as a broken man, but as someone worthy of love. They walked out of the cafe together that night, snow crunching beneath their feet. It wasn't a fairy tale ending. It was something better, honest and human. Over the next months, Sarah became part of Mark and Lily's life. She read bedtime stories, burned pancakes, and showed up to school events with genuine care. Lily took to her quickly, once whispering, "Daddy, she feels like home." On Christmas morning, 1 year later, they sat together by the tree. No grand proposals, no perfect moments. Just warmth, laughter, and a quiet understanding that kindness had brought them together when love felt impossible. Sometimes, the greatest gifts don't come wrapped in ribbons. They come in the form of a listening ear, an open heart, and one brave question asked at just the right moment. If this story touched your heart, remember this: kindness has the power to change lives. A simple act, a gentle word, or a moment of compassion can turn someone's worst day into the beginning of something beautiful. Let's carry that kindness forward, today and always.